3 words for you, actor, actress. You ready? Write these down. Exorcise. Actually, it's just 1 word. But 3 syllables that are very important. I'm going to tell you why. Exorcise. Remember that. Now stay with me. See? Now, you and I live in a body, correct? If we didn't, I wouldn't be talking to you and you wouldn't be listening. However, you live in a body. I live in a body. Therefore, we breathe. And our body is very, very important, see? Why? Because that's the way we express ourselves. That's our life. Yes, we are a soul living in a body, not a body living with a soul. We are a soul first and then a body. However, in order to express ourselves as actors and actresses and performers and people and human beings and family and friends and coworkers and strangers, we need a body. Say, David, where are you going with this? Tell you where I'm going with this. You need to take care of There are 3 ways to take care of your body, believe it or not. And it's within the 3 syllables that I gave you a moment ago, exorcise. Let's go over them, shall we? Now, most of you know what I'm all about, and that's about acronyms. So, let's start with the word exercise, which is really 3 words. You ready? Good. X stands for exertion. When you exert something, you are moving, because acting is all about moving, correct? Because the thought that we have is expressed through our body, and therefore our emotions are known. They are understood, or at the very least appreciated. So the importance of our body is more than just getting up and going to bed and eating and various things. It has to do with our life. If we don't take care and exert ourselves each day on purpose for a reason, our acting career will plummet. And do you know how? I'll give you an example right now. In the movie and the series Die Hard with Bruce Willis, I have a feeling that that was an action movie. Bruce Willis was an action hero, wasn't he? Exactly. And if you haven't watched these movies, I suggest you, because there is no CGI. There are special effects, but everything is real. But basically, what you see in the movie, Die Hard, is really happening. And he did some, if not all, of the stunts. Now, how could he do that? How could he do these wonderful stunts and these jumps and leaps? I'll tell you how. He had to exorcise. He exerted himself on a daily basis, if not on a second daily basis. He took care of his body. Let me tell you something. If you want to be an actor, if you want to be an action hero in action movies or in superhero movies, you're going to have to take care of yourself. It's just the way it is. You got to take care of your body, because if you don't take care of your body, it will not take care of you. Not because it doesn't want to, okay, if I can animate it a little bit, but because you are the free will messenger. Change is a choice, not a chance, and you're never a victim of your own free will. Ow, that hurt my ego, David. Yes, I know, it hurt mine too. Every single day we must exert ourselves, which actually brings us to the second part of the 1 word, which is really 3. Soar! And I don't mean soar like an eagle to the sea. That's not what I'm talking about. When you exorcise, when you exert yourself, you're going to be sore. Exor. You're going to be sore. And what does that mean? That means pain. Persistent action is. Okay? So again, if you have a vision of being any type of active actor, especially in the form of an action movie or an action thriller, anything that has to do with running and jumping and exerting yourself, or on TV shows such as Law and Order, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, you're going to have to learn to work your body so it will work for you. But it's going to take exertion, and it's going to take the result, which is being sore. Exor. Exor. Got that? Right. The third part of the word is size. Size. All right. Adjust my hat for this one. Size. Size. What size are you? Sorry, ladies, but I have to ask. I teach both men and women. Are you overweight? Are you big-boned? I'm being very, very sensitive here, but I want to tell you something. If you want to change your size, if you want to change your size dress, your size suit, gentlemen, your size muscles, or tone up what you have, you're going to have to, let's go back to the other 2 parts of the word. Exert to the point of being sore, and then you'll change your size. Now, I can't do this for you. I'm a good coach. At least that's what people tell me. You need to do this on your own. I'll legitimately. I was just talking to one of my former students, and she was saying that she's a dear heart, but she's an extremely talented and wonderful human being. However, I told her this, even though she's not on my roster right now. I told her this, and I'm going to tell you this. Don't let everything get in the way. When you say everything is getting in the way, everything is getting in the way of me going to the gym, you're making excuses. That's what I said. You're making excuses. You don't want to take the exertion to be sore and then change your size, which actually changes the size of your paycheck. Because then you'll be accepted for roles, those desired, heartfelt dream roles that you've been dreaming about. However, you gotta get up off your hindquarters and get out there and walk and jog and go to the gym and eat right and stay away from Snickers bars. Okay, so let's consider for a moment Sylvester Stallone in Rocky. Now, in the movie Rocky, specifically the first Rocky, this wonderful human being, Sylvester Stallone, he had to work on his body, and he had to develop those muscles and develop the exertion and become sore to change his size physically, also mentally and emotionally. Because when you take care of your body, guess what happens? You are more mentally prepared, more confident, and therefore you feel or emote more convincingly who you are and who you are becoming. Now you can stay how you are, and that's fine. I'm not judging you, I'm just coaching you today. Consider John Candy, who died way before his time. He was rotund, he was fat, he was a big guy, let's face it. He was hilarious. We lost a great human being when he died in his early 40s. However, did he take care of his body? I think not. He was a party animal. See, many times people die, and I say this very cautiously, but truthfully, many people die not because it was their time, but because they did not take care of themselves properly. What vices do you have? Mine personally is coffee, and my body is telling me, stop with the cream, huh? There are various things that you do out there, and you know about it, and maybe your family does, and maybe they're talking to you with tough love, I don't know. But how do you take care of your body? Besides exercise, do you eat well? Do you eat enough? And what do you eat? And how much do you eat of what you should eat? You see these things? All right? I drink about 6 of these, if not 7 a day. Why? Because your body is made up of 2/3 of water. And I got to tell you something. Here's a list of things that water actually does for you. Now, you might say, David, what is all this talk about? Taking good care of your body, eating right, and drinking water. I thought this was about acting. I'm watching you. Well, actually, your body is your temple. If you don't take good care of who you are, because acting is all about self-discovery, your body will turn in against you. So, without further ado, let me read to you about the benefits of water. Keeping hydrated is crucial for health and well-being, but many people do not consume enough fluids each day. Around 60% of the body is made up of water, and around 71% of the planet's surface is also covered by water. What does that tell you? Perhaps it is the ubiquitous nature of water that means drinking enough each day is not the top on many people's list of priorities. I would have to say that because I have to consciously down these, okay? But I know the benefits, just like exercise. It is very important for water to be constantly in your body, flowing through your body. But hold up, I am not done yet. Here are the benefits of drinking enough water. To function properly, all the cells and organs of the body need water. Here are some reasons our body needs water. Number 1, it lubricates the joints. Oil can what? Cartilage found in joints and the discs of the spine contain around 80% water. Whoa. Long-term dehydration can reduce the joint's shock-absorbing ability, leading to joint pain. Hence, you can't run a sprint in a movie because it hurts too much. It forms saliva and mucus. Saliva helps us digest our food and keeps the mouth, nose, and eyes moist. This prevents friction and damage. Ooh. Drinking water also helps keep the mouth clean. Consumed instead of sweetened beverages, it can also reduce tooth decay. Water actually delivers oxygen throughout the body. Oh, that's a breath of fresh air, isn't it? With dehydration, the blood is about 90% water, and blood carries oxygen to different parts of the body. Especially the brain. And the heart, don't forget about the heart. It boosts skin health and beauty. With dehydration, the skin can become more vulnerable to skin disorders and premature wrinkling. I think I'll drink more water all of a sudden. I don't want those wrinkles. Number 5, it cushions the brain, the spinal cord, and other sensitive tissues. Dehydration can affect brain structure and function. Oh my! It is also involved in the production of hormones and neurotransmitters. Now, a neurotransmitter is a neuron with the transmitter, the synapse connection, be a little brainy here, being a little brainier, connects one cell to the next, and in between is the message going back and forth. Prolonged dehydration can lead to problems with thinking and reasoning. Well, I don't know about that. I gotta think about that for a few days. What was that again? It regulates body temperature. Water that is stored in the mid-o layers of the skin, which you have 3, comes to the skin's surface as sweat when the body heats up. As it evaporates, it cools the body in sport, in walking, in exercise. Now hold on here, stay with me, I'm almost done. It's very important you know this. The digestive system depends on water. The bowel needs water to work properly. Dehydration can lead to digestive problems, constipation, and an overly acidic stomach, which causes you to say, Tums. You really don't need Tums or Rolaids. What you need is a new diet. Number 8, it flushes body waste. Water is needed to process the sweating and removal of urine and feces. Number 9, it helps maintain blood pressure. Oh, that's a big one, isn't it? I mean, how many people do you know, maybe yourself, are struggling with blood pressure? Are you drinking enough water? Are you? Lack of water can cause blood to become thicker, increasing blood pressure. The pushing, because you're always under pressure. Under pressure. Under pressure. The airways need it. When dehydrated, airways are restricted by the body in an effort to minimize water loss. This can make asthma and allergies actually worse. It makes minerals and nutrients accessible, prevents kidney damage, and it boosts performance during exercise. Oh, and it also lowers your susceptibility to feeling depressed. Let's go back a few feet here. What did I say before? What did I ask you before? I asked you what are you eating and what are you drinking and how often are you doing it? All of a sudden you realize something. Hey, wait a minute. I have a responsibility. If I want to become a great actor and get paid for it and live a fulfilling, happy, long life with longevity and loving the people as much as possible, as long as possible, I got to take care of my bad habits and turn them into good habits. I got to check myself. Me too. And I've got to take good care of my body. If you need a coach, I may be the one for you. DavidThompsonCoaching.co, DavidThompsonCoaching.co. Like, subscribe, and share. Love you guys. And remember this. And remember these 3 words. Exercise.